Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Victory Design. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped on our class on web development. To all our old subscribers, thank you for tuning back in, and to the new subscribers, thank you for clicking on this video and having in our space. We love you and we do hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. So today we're going to continue from where we stopped. Like I said in my previous videos, to build a web page, you need the ratings, you need the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript. Last week we dealt on the HTML, so this week we're going to continue on the CSS. So what is CSS and why should you learn CSS? First of all, CSS is an acronym which stands for Cascading Style Sheet, like as you can see here. It starts from cascading, C for cascading, S for style, and S for sheet. Cascading style sheet. It allows you to add styles such as colors, fonts, and layouts to your web page. Now, by the end of today's session, you should understand why mastering CSS is crucial for creating beautiful, functional websites. You might be wondering, I can already create a website using HTML. Why do I need CSS? Well, let's take a look at something here. Imagine you have a website like this that has no coloring, just plain text. How would it look to you? It looks ugly, right? It looks unappealing. But imagine it having coloring, imagine this basic table example is colors red. It should look appealing, right? Now, well, my HTML allows you to structure content with elements like this heading, like paragraphs, which is something like this, the paragraph. This is the paragraph text, the paragraph, and images, which is an image. It lacks the ability to style those elements. With HTML, you can actually create a page having just this element here, but you cannot style it. Without CSS, your web page looks like a bland, uninviting, just plain text and images stacked one after the other. As you can see here now, look at it. Everything here is stacked to the left. Normally, it's supposed to be it has to be centered there. Maybe four will be here, five will be here, or something like that. But everything just to the left. It's just unstructured and it's looking unappealing completely. So CSS breathes life into your web page by allowing you to add colors, control layouts, and create visually stunning experiences for your users. So as a web developer, you seriously really need CSS. It helps you to add colors, control layouts, and create visually appealing experiences for your users. Now, reward application. As a developer, you often receive high fidelity mockups or wireframes from your clients. Yes, as a developer, your clients they will have designers that will design what they want their website to look like. Now, these designs will illustrate how they want their website to be looking. Your job as a developer is to bring those designs, as you can see to your right hand side, to life using HTML and CSS. The design of a web page significantly influences user engagement. A well-styled page can captivate visitors and encourage them to explore further. And taking for example, like I said just now, looking at this is a plain page. I just have this is more like a skeletal a structure of this web page. There's no design, there's no coloring, it's just there. Just you are just having plain text and images. And just this is the only place for Charlie. But as you can see, when you scroll down, this part is even more appealing to you than when you scroll up to this plain white and black text, right? So really, as a developer, you need to know CSS. That is why CSS is not just an accessory; it is a necessity in the competitive web marketplace. Okay, so now we understand the importance of CSS. Let's dive into some fundamental concepts that would help you get started in CSS. So the first one we need is what? Basic structure. Basic structure for adding styles. Now to apply styles using CSS, you have to typically link a style sheet in the head section of your HTML document. Now let's go to now please if like in our former class we installed VS Code, which is our development environment, which we make use of in coding. So we're going to continue from there. Now this is the code we made use of in our previous class, which gave us the live page to this web page that we have been viewing ever since. This is it, as you can see. This is what we learned from our previous class in HTML. So we are going to continue from there. Now, in order to apply CSS, we have different ways to apply CSS into a web page. And the first way is to do that by putting in a style tag, which is this, in the head of your HTML. Now, this is your head. Look at it from here, from here, from here, from here to here is your head, is the head of the head tag. And then from here to here is the style. So you have to put in the style tag inside of your head tag, which is this, as you can see. So from here you can see that we have the table. This is the style we did from the previous class, of which we designed this table that you can see here. This is the table we designed from our previous class. This table you can see here. This T-body, everything T-body here is all table. As you can see from here, it's all table. So this is the first thing. The first thing you can do in terms of styling a CSS page is to use the style tag, and this is what we typically call the inline CSS, right? We'll go in there, but today is just an intro. This class is an intro for what we are going to be dealing on in CSS. The first thing we typically do this, either we use this style tag or we create an external style sheet, which is index.css. Then we link it in our HTML. This is us linking it here. This is it, us linking it here. We'll go in depth in our next class, but today we're going to just deal on the intro to CSS. So these are the key concepts. We have the basic structure, which is styles are defined in CSS files and linked to HTML documents. Then we have the box model. This is like, I would like to describe this. This is like when you enter into a page, every page you see online, right? This, for example, this that you can see here it carries what we call the box model. Everything is a box on your web page. Any page you open is okay, good. Let's view this. Let's view this. Now, as you can see from here, now this is me viewing this page, right? This is me viewing this page. Everything you can see here is in the box model, in the sense that it is a box inside of a box. That is how you arrange your content in a page in order for them to be organized. Normally, the content is like the actual content of the box, where we have the text, the images. Then we have the padding, which is the space between the content and the border, right? And then we have the border, which is a line surrounding the padding, And then we have the margin, which is the space outside the border. Now, understanding how these contents work together helps in designing layout effectively, which will go in depth more as we go further. Then we have another concept, which is specificity, which are the rules applied based on their specificity, with inline styles having the highest priority. We go more. We have selectors and properties. Now, selectors are used to select target specific HTML elements. Now, some common selectors include the H1. Going to our code, it includes the H1. As you can see here, this is the H1 tag. This H1 tag. We have the H1 tag. We have the P tag, which is this one here. We have the P tag. We have the ID selector, which we will discuss more. We have the class selector and a lot more. We have so many kinds of selectors that are going to be making use of as we go further. So I just want you guys to know those things. Now, styling text and colors. Also, if you want to make it of CSS, you can make it of it in terms of styling your web page from the text and the colors. And CSS provides extensive control over text appearance, allowing you to customize fonts, sizes, colors, and a lot more. You can also import fonts from Google Fonts and other services. And in terms of adding colors, you make use names like the hex code. Now let me give you an example of what hex code looks like. Now this is missing like a color. And if you want to get an hex, this is an hex code. Just come here. As you can see, this thing you are seeing here, this RGB, RGB 1418080 is what we call an hex code. All right. All colors have their hex code. All colors have the hex code. The hex code for white, plain white, as you can see here, is what? RGB 255, and thereabout. So we are going to be making use of that in terms of styling our web page. Also, you can also through CSS you can control how images fit into your layout. Just the way we had it here in our previous video. Instead, when we're trying to input this video that you can see here, this video you can see here, this video here. We're trying to input this video in our web page, and even those pictures in our web page in the previous class, it was occupying the full page, right? So we have to go to our code and give it. We have to style it. Now let's look for where we did that in our previous class. Now this is it here. This is the image. This is the image tag of how we used to put our image. Now we have to give it a width of 700 and a height of 320, so that it's not occupied. Now if I'm to remove this, for example, right? Control save. I'm to remove that and control save, and then go back to our. Let's go live. This is just going live. You see that it should be occupying the full page, as you can see. Are you seeing what I'm saying? See, the image is now occupying the full page. It's occupying everywhere. Now we still have our format content the way it was before, but the image is occupying everywhere. Why? Because we did not give it the width and the height to structure how it looks on our web page. So this is also part of CSS. We classify, we just going here and putting width and height is all already styling our web page to give it a better look. All right. So let's go back and view the way it looks now. She's just going live. Let's go back and see. Now you can see it is now better. It's looking more presentable than the way it was. Now with CSS we can also create shapes. You can create shapes using properties like border radius or circles and rounded corners. And we can create shapes using CSS. We can do a whole lot using CSS, right? We can do- um we can do font configuration. We can add colors to our web page. We can style images and shapes on our web page, and we can also organize our web page. Now, following best practices ensures clean, maintainable, and efficient CSS code. Right now, how do we achieve that? Number one, organization. By organizing your web page, you can end up having a efficient CSS code. Also, making use of class, which is the class usage. Also, making use of responsive design and consistency. And these are the best practices of styling a web page to achieve a consistent design. So that will be basically all for today. Learning CSS is crucial for creating visually appealing and user-friendly websites. In conclusion, learning CSS is vital for anyone looking to create an engaging and visually appealing website. It empowers you to turn your idea into reality. Like I said before, when you are as a developer, your clients will give you a mock-up design of how they want their website to look like. So with CSS, you can bring that design to life. Now, as we move forward in this course, we will explore more advanced techniques and best practices in styling with CSS. I encourage you all, please guys, practice what we've learned today, right? Do your research and I will see you in the next class. Have a great day. Bye.